Welcome to the tutorial on how to install WPID into your Vex project. So here we have an empty Vex project. There's basically nothing in here, and I've generated it using the extension. I've taken all comments out just to make it easier to follow. But now we go to the WPID library GitHub page and go down to the releases button on the right. Click that. In this case, we're going to be installing the beta release because we're writing the tutorial, so we don't have the actual release yet. But you would probably want to use the most recent version. Now click on this assets button here and download the wpid.zip folder. Open that up and drag and drop the files onto your desktop. So they're on the left right here. Now we go back to our VS Code and we can open the project in our file explorer like this. Go to the top level of the project, and now we want to drag and drop the WPID folder into the include folder. As you can see here, it shows up, and this is all of the .h files associated with WPID. And now we go back and drag and drop the .a file onto the top level of your project. Now that everything is installed, we have one more step to do. So open up this Vex folder and go to the mkenv.make file. And on line 105, right here, inside this grouping, we type the name of the .a file that we installed. In this case, it's libwpid.a, same as this file. And now everything should be working. So let's verify that everything was installed correctly by including something. Let's include the mechanism. And let's make a mechanism. Cool. It seems like the IntelliSense is working, and if it's not, you can always click the Control-Shift-P button on your keyboard and type in developer reload window to reload your VS Code. This will kind of kickstart the IntelliSense and hopefully everything will work. Just give it a second and everything is highlighted. The extension's working, so now let's try to build. And everything built. For more tutorials on how to use the mechanism, check out the website. We have a bunch of tutorials on how to make mechanisms and chassis. If you wanted to make your own custom library, all you have to do is obviously make the source code. So in this case we have a person class with a couple of functions, and we need to compile the source code into a library. So to do that, we actually have to change this line in the make file at the top level of your project. And you can see it's building a binary for the brain. Instead of that binary, we want to go to mkrules.mk, copy paste this line, which is building a project.a file, as you can see, same type of .a file that we have for WPID, and then you copy paste that here. I actually suggest saving the other line like this, not that. Saving the other line just in case you want to build a binary. Close that. Now we can actually start building the project, and we will see that a build folder pops up with the .a. And we need to take that .a. Let's open it up and drag and drop that to our desktop. We also need to export these .h files, and good thing there's only one, so let's just copy paste that to the desktop. We can close out of this. Now I have a new project that I just made, completely empty, and we can actually add those files to the project the same exact way we did with WPID. So add the .h to the include folder, the .a to the top level, go to make environment, add the name, and we should be good. So now we can access the person. Oh, we have to include that file first. There we go. And then, as you can see, it's accessible. Now we make a person. And it looks like everything is working, so let's compile. everything is compiling and functional.